The Lake Nyos disaster is actually way more terrifying than any ghost story you've ever heard, and it proves that nature doesn't need fire or explosions to erase human existence. But why? First off, you would have absolutely zero warning signs. In 1986, the villagers in Cameroon thought they were living next to a beautiful, calm blue lake. They had no idea that for centuries, the volcanic magma underneath was pumping tons of carbon dioxide into the bottom of the water, turning the lake into a ticking time bomb. It was like a shaken soda bottle, waiting for the cap to pop. And on a quiet night in August, that cap finally flew off. But unlike Pompeii, there was no lava, no ash, and no heat. The lake simply exhaled. A massive cloud of invisible gas, heavier than air, burst out of the water and flowed down the valley like a silent river of death. If you were sleeping in your bed, you wouldn't even wake up. The gas slid into your house, pushed all the oxygen out of the room, and turned your lights out forever. You would die in your dreams without ever knowing you were in danger. But if you were awake, it was a living nightmare. You would suddenly feel a strange heaviness in your chest. You would try to take a deep breath, but the air would taste metallic and sour. You would try to scream to warn your family, but no sound would come out. Why? Because there was no oxygen left to vibrate your vocal cords. You would be standing there, mouth open, screaming in total silence while your brain slowly shut down from hypoxia. Even the fire in your oil lamps would instantly extinguish, plunging you into total darkness. You would fall to the ground, gasping for air, but your lungs would only fill with pure CO2, burning them from the inside. By the time the sun rose the next morning, 1,700 people and 3,500 livestock were dead. There was no blood, no destruction, and no ruins, just thousands of bodies lying peacefully on the ground, looking like they were just taking a nap. The entire valley was dead silent. Not even a bird was singing, because the air itself had become a weapon.